The Broncos confidently beat the Raiders Sunday and are now looking toward facing off against the Packers. Here to break everything down for us is our own Broncos insider Mike-Klis with the Klis Mike Drop.
Yes, happy Tuesday morning it is. We're flying back, so we missed it yesterday. Making up for it today. Broncos beat the Raiders 24-17. It's too bad they didn't win 24-7, as so many gamblers will tell you, those who took the Broncos and gave up the 7.5 points. What a backdoor cover. That's kind of what the whole gambling community was talking about with the Broncos. The way the Raiders scored 10 points in the final 2 minutes and 17 seconds, including a field goal with no time remaining on the clock. But an impressive win for the Broncos in that Sean Payton had a game plan with Bo Nix as his quarterback that completely controlled the game. The Broncos had the ball for 39 minutes to the Raiders 21. Bo Nix was 31 of 38. Just a wonderful operation, the way he managed the game. He had drives of 9 minutes, and 10 minutes. I mean, that's eating up some clock to get a touchdown, and a field goal. Marvin Mims with the big punt return. He was magnificent. It's funny. Marvin Mims last year was an all-pro returner. He had a bunch of 20-yard returns. Never did he return one for a touchdown. He did have one touchdown as a rookie. That was a kickoff return that changed the score from 63 to 14, from 63 to 13 to 63 to 20. Remember that game against Miami? Broncos lost 70-20 that game, but he had a kickoff return for a touchdown. This was his first punt return for a touchdown in his 3-year career, and he's been a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro the other 2 years. So this will help him make it for a third time. Marvin Mims with a wonderful return. Can't believe the tackle he broke from Richardson. And then as soon as he broke that tackle, he was off to the races. Nice downhill, downfield block from J.L. Skinner on the punter, A.J. Cole. So the Broncos win. They get their 11th win in the bank. They're 11-2. It was their 10th straight win. Here's a little factoid for you. The Broncos are the only team in NFL history who, going into the next game, have a 10-game home winning streak. That goes back to last year. A 10-game winning streak overall this year, and yet are home underdogs, which they are, 2.5 points against the Green Bay Packers. It just shows you that people aren't on board nationally with the Broncos. Our offensive player of the week, I could give it to Marvin Mims. I could give it to Bo Nix. They were both excellent, but I'm giving it to rookie running back R.J. Harvey. He had 75 yards rushing and a touchdown. He also had 25 yards receiving off 6 catches. 2 of those catches converted third downs, and he made excellent plays to keep drives alive. I can't believe he was able to keep his balance on that opening drive. It was 3rd and 2. He was tackled by Jamal Adams, or I thought he was tackled by Jamal Adams, about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to put his hand down, keep his balance, and gain 3 yards for the first down. The Broncos wound up on an 8-minute, 54-second, 14-play drive for a touchdown to start the game. That was the first time since the Colts in Week 2 that the Broncos scored a touchdown in their opener. The defensive player of the game, Nick Bonitto. The Broncos had 4 sacks on Geno Smith, the Raiders' stationary quarterback. He can pass and sling it if he has time, but he can't move. And against the Broncos, you rarely have time. Bonitto with 2 more sacks. He now has 12.5 sacks. Broncos have to work on that secondary a little bit, starting to leak. It came late against the Raiders after Kenny Pickett came in the game for the final quarter. But still, between Washington 2 weeks ago and the Raiders, they have to make sure that secondary is playing as well as they can. Next up for the Broncos, as I said, they're underdogs to the Green Bay Packers. They play Green Bay, which is 9-3-1. They've won 4 or 5 games in a row. I believe it's 5 games in a row, and they come into Empower Field. Tell you the crowd's going to be nuts. There will be There will be some Packer fans in the stands for that game, but Jordan Love, their quarterback, is playing real well. I grew up a Packer fan, so I know what this team has been going through over the years, and I do watch them still closely now. And the Packers have one of their better defenses than they've had in recent years. Everyone talks about all the quarterbacks they've had with Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. It's been quite a 25-year run of great quarterbacks for the Broncos. But defensively, they've always fallen short, or all but maybe 1 or 2 years in that span, they've fallen short. Now they have a good one thanks to the acquisition of Micah Parsons from the Cowboys before the season. So it's going to be a good one. Packers are favored by 2.5. Don't know how. I don't think they should be. But Broncos have a 4-game gauntlet coming up. Packers, then 9-4 Jacksonville comes into town. Then the Broncos play Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead on Christmas night. So that's 3 tough games in 12 days. And then they finish against the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 9-4, and they won a big game with a gritty performance last night against the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's it for Klis's Mic Drop, the Week 14 edition. I invite you to look at 9news.com with our power rankings. The Broncos, after being number 2 for multiple weeks, I moved them up to the number 1 spot. Number 1 in the power rankings, but underdog Sunday at home against the Green Bay Packers. So we'll send it back to you.